big fan of what DeMeco Ryans has done as the 49ers defensive coordinator during the first 2 weeks of the season. He was very aggressive from day one of training camp, and that has continued through 2 weeks. So I want to talk about the blitz. This blitz we've always talked about. So K'Wan Williams is going to do what they call the sharp blitz, slot off the edge, something that they had a lot of success with under Robert Saleh. This one ends up being a little bit different because the 49ers have help over the top. I'm going to play it, but I want to run through and how it ends up being a 6-man blitz, what everybody's job is, and why I think it's a big reason why the 49ers are going to be really good on defense and why they're going to be tough to sustain drives against. So there you see almost a sack. To be able to blitz 6, to send 6 guys and still have help over the top is pretty impressive. But they have a lot of special players, and that allows them to do so. So you see from the end zone view here, left to right, Bosa, Ford, Armstead, Warner, Samson Ebukam. That is going to be tough for anybody to block. And let's go back to the top here and kind of talk about everybody's job. So I mentioned K'Wan Williams is going to be coming off the slot right here. You have on the outside, Josh Norman. He's in man coverage. Go back up top here real quick. Diamador Lenore, he is in man coverage. So slot blitz. And then you have your three best rushers on the same side. What that's going to do is ensure that they all get one-on-ones. That is the goal. When the quarterback drops back, you want your best player to get a free rush or to get a one-on-one. That's the best opportunity for you to win. Bosa, Ford, they're going to come here. So Armstead is going to be on this side of the center. At the snap of the ball, he's going to loop across, and he's going to try to get to the outside shoulder of this guard right here. By doing so, by crossing the center's face, he's hoping that the center goes with him, looks this way, and K'Wan Williams can sneak in here. Unfortunately, when you have too many good players, you're going to have the offense account for them. So the Eagles do a good job of leaving somebody in to chip Nick Bosa because you're not going to leave Nick Bosa one-on-one. And back up here, so Fred Warner, he is on this side. He's going to bluff like he's blocking. And this is one of their favorite looks where Warner walks up to the middle over the center. We've seen him get after it. We've seen him come close to sacking the quarterback. But on this play, he's going to act like he is blitzing, and then he's going to get his eyes back to either number 3 blocks. So he's going to carry number 2, and he does a really good job of that. Again, when you have good players, you can get away with these type of things. So Warner has the range, and you're comfortable with him in coverage, whether it's against a tight end or against a wide receiver. Ebukam is going to rush off the edge. And then finally, Azeez Al-Shaair, he is going to end up inserting late as a blitzer. Why? Because if you want to see the running back, and we can actually just play that and focus on him, the running back is going to check for a blitzer, whether it's Warner, whether it is K'Wan Williams. Because of that, he looks this way, and he has to account for either one of these two because, based on the protection, he has the extra man. He has a blitzer. And that means Azeez Al-Shaair knows that his man, who he was responsible for, let's go back real quick. He's responsible, or so he knows that he has to go account for the blitzer. He is in coverage against the running back. Running back blocks. You green dog, you blitz. So 49ers end up getting a free rusher that way, which, again, by design, kudos to DeMeco Ryans. Let's talk about the coverage before we talk about the front, before we see the end zone view. So I mentioned man-to-man on the outside. You're going to have Jimmy Ward, who is phenomenal. Honestly, he's a really good football player. Phenomenal safety that any team in the league would be lucky to have. At the snap of the ball, from the time the snap is finished, so he starts on the 30, 40, 50, 40, 30, 40 yards in the air, man. Like, that is tough to do. And he looks comfortable doing it. He knows where his receivers are. He knows where his threats are. Obviously, you see his eyes were right here. Well, there are 2 guys right here, but once he sees that there's no threat, he turns and runs. They're able to kind of sandwich the receiver, make it a tough catch. 2-on-1 when you can send 6, good luck, man. Let's see what we have going on at the bottom of the field. Here at Jaquiski Tart. He has his eyes on 2. As you can see Fred Warner doing Fred Warner things, comfortably carrying, good position maintenance right there. Tart's seeing any kind of crosser. He reads the tempo of the receiver, knows that he doesn't have a vertical threat. Honestly, man, this is like football porn for a nerd. because for a defensive nerd, just because everybody's doing their job at a high level and there's nowhere to go with the football because people do their jobs. Like it's fun to watch, man. I mentioned position maintenance, so let's look at the cornerbacks. Because they have help on the inside, they're both funneling the Eagles receivers to the inside because funnel to your help. Sideline isn't your help. So you have Tart, you have Ward. Lenore's really good just at knowing where he needs to be. So he has low hip, outside shoulder. Perfect, man. All right, let's talk about the front. So I mentioned Armstead crossing the center's face. Warner gets out of there. Armstead almost gets in there himself, but it looks like that collision with Alshire kind of gets him off his feet. But, I mean, come on, man. Bosa one-on-one, Ford one-on-one. If he's not chipped, you're going to take those odds every day, but odds of him not getting chipped are slim to none. Let's go back again and see it one more time on the other side. See how Armstead does. See how Armstead gets through there. Good hands. Just off balance a bit. Such a good play. Yeah, this defense is special. They are doing a lot of things at a high level. Don't just be concerned with those late drives against the Lions or that one drive where Hurts waltzed down the field in the fourth quarter. These type of plays are what the 49ers look like on a down-to-down basis when people are winning, man. They have elite athletes. They have really good players, and they do their job. When you do all of those things, you are a special unit, and cannot wait to see what DeMeco Ryans has in store against the Packers. But with blitzes like these and this type of execution, they're going to be tough to score on this year. No doubt about it.